Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Health 360. Well, this week on the show, we are asking the question, why are we susceptible to heart attacks and strokes in winters? We're putting the spotlight on winter health. Also telling you all about the latest research on cancer. Also on the show, your questions on liver detox answered by our top health experts. Exercising your body but not your eyes. Well, is that you? Well, you must exercise your eyes. Why and how? We'll tell you up ahead on the show. I'm Sneha Mordani. This is Health 360. What is the reason why so many people fall prey to cardiac events, suffer from strokes in winters, and why is there a rise in such cases in colder months? Our experts tell you why and explain how you can keep yourself safe in the months that you're most vulnerable in, which is the winter months. Winters. That time of the year when viral infections kick in, skin dries out, and often aches and pains worsen. But winter health is not just about taking care of these problems, also it is about taking care of your heart health. Cardiac events tend to surge in winters, is what experts say.
In winter, in response to cold, the blood vessels of our of body, they constrict, which is called as vasoconstriction, and that is a mechanism to reduce loss of heat. What it in turn does is that it increases the blood pressure for our body or causes hypertension, and which means that the heart has to work harder.
And these are the symptoms of a heart attack in winters.
Classical symptom is chest pain or angina, but do not attribute it to something else, because it may happen in other parts of the body, like it may happen in jaw, it may happen in right, left shoulder, even right side and in the back. So any kind of pain or abnormal sensation in the upper part should trigger a warning. Apart from that, other associated symptoms like sweating, feeling of anxiety, all these things, palpitation, a feeling of giddiness, all these associated factors are there.
Also, the way you get up from bed in the morning matters.
Whenever we rise from a sitting position or lying down position, what happens is that the blood from our body goes in lower extremities. So there is a sudden pooling of blood. This is a normal mechanism. But in certain people, even a small change like this, where the blood goes towards the lower extremity, may trigger something like a syncopal episode or fainting spell. This effect is actually experienced by people who are hypertensive and on certain medications. This effect is more pronounced, but this is basically postural hypotension.
Winter months also a time when strokes become common. A stroke happens when there is sudden loss of brain cells.
When we hit the harsh cold weather, our blood is not able to flow freely the way it happens during summer season, right? And because of vasoconstriction, the blood flow gets constricted. The vessels inside our system get constricted.
Experts say hypertension should be managed at all costs to avoid a brain stroke, the risk of which is higher in winters.
You have to keep your blood pressure under control. If you are a hypertensive patient, you need to keep your blood pressure under check, and if possible, keep on taking the blood pressure records in your daily diary. Keep the saturated levels of fat low in your blood also.
The internet is abuzz with hundreds of videos and suggestions on how to detox the liver. Drinks, juices, raw vegetables, diet, fruits, everything under the sun. Many people talk about this. It's going to help you detox your liver. What we decided to do is talk to real doctors, health experts, on what exactly is needed for your liver health. What then are the signs that your liver is not doing its job well? Listening to what the doctors have had to say.
When a person has obesity along with abnormal cholesterol profile or elevated insulin level, we put it as a metabolic syndrome, and all other symptoms in young women or in men leading to a total hormonal disturbance.
What then is the best way to detox or cleanse your system?
First and foremost is to avoid anything that's damaging it, and commonly that is alcohol. So stop alcohol. And just try to avoid anything that's sugary or sugar loaded or sugar drinks. Try to have yourself hydrated so that you take enough amount of non-carbonated beverages. Have right amount of citrus fruits, which acts as a supplement and good source of vitamins. Last but not the least, workout along with your work is extremely important.
Is detoxing with juices or supplements really effective for my liver health, or is all of this just hype?
I would say that one of the most commonest thing that you can do is an ABC juice. And the reason why they are helpful is because it is a load of ingredients which are called antioxidants, which get the swelling in the liver low. This is easy to digest, so it gives rest to the liver. And last but not the least, obviously all juices hydrate us and help in detoxifying the liver.
Well, there are plenty of supplements out there in the market. Should I be popping these supplements that talk about great liver health?
People should use it with caution and use it in consultation with a doctor. You should avoid supplements which are loaded with metals because generally that harms the liver. An easy supplement is a supplement which is a vitamin E, which is a potent antioxidant. Anyone can take it, diabetics. But in case the patient has or an individual has alcoholic liver disease, then vitamin B complex, especially thiamine, B1, B6, which is like a B complex, should be taken.
Which are the foods that burden the liver? Tell us about that.
There are 3 food products which one should avoid at all costs. They burden the liver very badly. One is sugars because they lead to fatty liver. Second is fried food, which again lead towards cholesterol disturbance, metabolic syndrome, and last but not the least, the processed food. Our liver doesn't like processed food, so avoid processed food at every cost.
The liver is an extraordinary organ with a remarkable ability to heal and regenerate itself after damage. It's a fun fact. The liver performs over 500 essential functions to maintain your health, from detoxifying harmful substances to supporting digestion and storing nutrients. Cancer truly is the emperor of all maladies. On Health 360, we bring you up to speed with the latest information and research, as always, around all kinds of diseases. And cancer, more often than not, features inevitably on that list. So here is how cancer research was, what really happened in the field of research and information this week. Imagine if I would tell you that drinking a glass of milk would cut down your cancer risk. Incredible, is it not? Well, research indicates just that. Milk and other calcium food products lower the risk of colorectal cancer. A new study published in the journal Nature Communications has found that consuming foods and drinks rich in calcium is correlated with a lowered risk for colorectal cancer. Daily glass of milk may cut bowel cancer risk by 1/5. This is the largest study into diet and disease, which suggests that extra 300 mg of calcium a single day is associated with a 17% lower risk of cancer.
Our body keeps on producing abnormal cells. The cells needs to get regulated. Sometimes cells needs to differentiate. In order for the cells to get healthy and so that they don't become abnormal, calcium is required. And the same dose is given via the milk or the dairy products. When combined with the vitamin D, which is again enriched in some dairy products, that helps in the gut cancer prevention.
Colorectal cancer or bowel cancer is seeing a worldwide increase due to a big shift towards processed foods.
Our sedentary lifestyle, the availability of technology, making sure that you don't go out of home and you are stick to your chair, increases the chances of obesity. And at the end of the day, once we take all the parameters into account, they are leading to an inflammatory state. And what happens when there is a chronic inflammatory state? It can lead to abnormal cell proliferation and ultimately cancer.
Bowel cancer is the third most common cancer in the world, causing nearly 2 million cases and 1 million deaths annually. New diagnoses are expected to reach 3.2 million by 2040, with deaths rising to 1.6 million. While the trends are concerning, more than half of bowel cancers are preventable through changes to diet and lifestyle.
You can technically cure yourself even before the disease has happened. If your obesity is not there, if your lifestyle modification is there in the form of less consumption of red meat along with the less processed food, less alcohol, you can definitely have a less chance of developing cancer because of the lifestyle modification.
Well, one drink a day, many people say, and say it erroneously, can give medicinal benefits. It relaxes you. I've also heard this just so many times, so often that I want to kick myself on why do I even have to deal with stuff like that. Well, thank God we all are now in a position with research and information available in this domain that talks about how alcohol is linked to cancer. A growing body of research points to a link between alcohol consumption and an increased risk of 7 types of cancers: stroke, premature death. But what's still debatable is the exact threshold at which risks increase. This likely varies from person to person based on their genetic risks and other lifestyle habits.
Alcohol is already labeled as a grade 1 carcinogen. Why? Because once alcohol metabolizes in the body, it produces a compound which is known as acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde has been labeled as a grade 1 carcinogen throughout the industry, and there is a well-documented proof that this toxic compound can cause a cancer starting from the oral cavity till the rectum.
Research suggests that daily drinking is riskier. For instance, one study found people who consume alcohol 3 days a week, even alternate days, which means have lower risk compared to those who drink every single day. So has older research overestimated the so-called benefits of moderate drinking? Clearly it has.
Alcohol itself acts as a solvent to other carcinogens, and that increases the risk, rather multiplies the risk of acquiring certain cancers like cancer of the mouth, throat and voice box when somebody is consuming the alcohol and smoking as well.
Experts have now started to advocate for cancer warnings on alcohol packs. US Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has called for cancer warnings to be added to alcoholic beverages in a similar way that tobacco products display.
Like we have done in tobacco, we are putting a label that it can cause cancer, and definitely it has some relevance in our Indian setup where the literacy rate is still low. So if you put any kind of label which states categorically that it can cause cancer, so obviously a person who's going to take that thing, it will definitely tick his mind.
Obesity, diabetes, hypertension. All the health problems that modern life have invited have a deep link with the quality of life we lead. So what is the big news there? Well, not just toxins in the air or water or alcohol or tobacco consumption, but our metabolic health is deeply related to chances of us developing cancer. Metabolic health is a cluster of conditions that can include hypertension, high blood pressure, and a large waistline. Also, they increase your risk of heart disease, we know, stroke, type 2 diabetes. But new research indicates that these conditions also risk your increase of cancer. The link between cancer and having excess body fat is well established. But this latest study, published in the journal Cancer, takes a broader look at the relationship, focusing on how metabolic syndrome in general raises the risk of developing a variety of cancers.
Some cancers or some tumors feed on glucose, some on fats, some on amino acids, like every other cell of the body. But within the tumor, their need for these fats, glucose or amino acids is higher because their growth is at times 30 to 50 to 100 times more than the normal cancer cells.
Cancer types with metabolic risk association include tumors of the endometrium, which is the uterus, pancreas, colorectum, liver, biliary tract, kidney, bladder, esophagus, breast, thyroid, brain, ovaries, and also your stomach. Recent evidence suggests that over 30 cancer types are affected.
Regular diagnosis done, regular scans done. Women above the age of 50 should get mammograms done. Aged men should get ultrasounds done to check for prostate cancer, so on and so forth. If a certain protein is overexpressed, we can take a certain nutraceutical, which if not eliminate, can definitely lower down the probability of having cancer.
How often are you making a conscious effort to exercise your eyes like you are for your body? You perhaps at the gym, do Zumba, do yoga for your body and mind. But how about exercising your eyes? We're going to tell you why you need to do it. Upper body, cardio, functional, or weights. Or leg day, which is painful as hell. I've got to ensure, and I do it, that all parts of my body get in some movement every single day, even my mind. What about my eyes? Perhaps the most important organ of my body. What about the exercise for my eyes? Is that also important? And this excessive use of gadgets that we do all the time, working on the laptop, using your phone, this emanates blue light, and this harms your eyes like nothing else does.
When you see during the dark and when it is emitted from the various screens like tablet, mobile and computers, then it can create problems to your eye.
And a workout for your eyes is something that you must do every single day.
They help you when you are tired, when your muscles are exhausted and you feel strain in your eyes. So they relieve the stress and strain of your eyes.
And the simplest kind of exercises that you can do are your eye exercises. Pencil push-ups, yes, that's a thing, palming and various other eye rotations, gazes, and my personal favorite, 20-20-20. All of these are good exercises for your eyes.
We need to bring the tip of the pencil from an arm's length closer at nose level, closer to the eyes while focusing at the tip in a slow motion, where it becomes just blurry or double. Hold, focus, make it clear. You can hold for 10 to 30 seconds. You can blink your eyes and slowly move it back to an arm's length. And this exercise should be repeated about 5 to 10 times, 2 times in a day. It strengthens our inner muscles, the ones which are getting most weakened by doing continuous near activity, and it tones the eyes for better eyesight.
This is palming, a simple exercise to do to relax your eyes. It works wonders for your eye health.
Palming is a form of relaxation exercise. You can remove the glasses for somebody who's using glasses. We vigorously rub our palms for 10 seconds till they become warm, and then we place the hands on top of our eyes, fingers slightly crossed, for the next 30 seconds. This releases some warmth to the eyelids, relaxes the eyes, your eyes are closed, improves the circulation, and also reduces dryness by releasing some lipids in the eyes.
Itchy eyes, watery eyes, a sense of irritation, headache, eye strain. But all of these are pretty common, isn't it, nowadays? Given the situation we've all found ourselves in, your eyes need a break from the shackles of the digital world. Maybe not so much, but the fact is that our eyes do need a break. And simple exercises can ensure that they are less strained. You can continue to do your work with lesser amount of strain. The 20-20-20 rule is a good exercise. Essentially, this involves 20 minutes, of course, of use of a gadget. That's pretty common. After 20 minutes of using a gadget, look at an object which is about 20 feet away for about 20 seconds. 20 minutes of gadget use, looking at an object which is 20 feet away for 20 seconds. That relaxes your eyes like nothing else does. Well, I'm not fooling around. These are eye exercises, eye rotations, which essentially work wonders. Rotations and gazes are very important.
They also help in the prevention of myopia progression, development of squint, that is there is a imbalance between the two eyes, and in the amblyopia development.
The blinking exercise involves rapid blinking for a few seconds, then you can close your eyes gently for a few seconds and open them again and repeat the process. This helps lubricate the eyes and relaxes the eyes. Zooming exercise involves looking at a distant object for a few seconds, then quickly focusing at a near object for a few seconds. This change in focus of the eye muscles helps prevent eye fatigue as well as strengthens and tones the eye muscles. It is helpful for people who are getting near glasses.
Remember, your eyes are the windows to the outside world. If you haven't exercised them just yet, do it right now. This was reported from at least 3 villages in Maharashtra just a few days ago. People losing their hair in a scary fashion. Imagine just touching your hair and tufts of it comes out. First of all, what is this condition?
We are still not very sure what exactly this condition is, but as per our experience and the medical literature, I think it fits well into a case of acute telogen effluvium. Following any stressful event, it could be an emotional trauma or a physical trauma or any kind of stressful life event.
Well, the 3 villages here, Borgaon, Kalwad and Hingna, are in the Shegaon Tehsil of Buldhana district of Maharashtra. This was reported. According to the health department team that visited the villages, about 50 people have been identified as suffering from this problem, and doctors fear this number could increase even further.
There has been a common external environment stressor which is leading to this. The local experts and the medical doctors in those areas, they have advised to do a skin biopsy, and they are also testing the water for any intoxication, heavy metal intoxication or any other kind of environmental toxin.
One of the health experts who visited the villages said that this could be due to polluted water. On a mass scale like that, what could be the other possible reasons behind this drastic and scary hair fall?
We have to maintain a good healthy lifestyle, which includes a very good high protein diet, adequate amount of sleep, not treating our hair with too many chemicals and heating agents. And along with the high protein diet, they can add nutritional vitamin supplementation to their supplement regime.
Well, it brings us to the end of this edition of Health 360. Hope you enjoyed watching the show as much as we did, putting it together for you. Find these reports and much more up on our website, that's indiatoday.in. All of these reports can be found in India Today's social media platforms as well, includes X, which is Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. The hashtag is Health360, Health360 Plus. Thank you so much for watching. Take very good care of yourself. Bye for now.